Welcome back to Matching Man's Monday Musings. We're doing a follow-up to last week's video where I explained that matching is not just about colors or just about matching the exact same pattern. It's more than that. Today I thought to further kind of explain this, in case anyone is curious. So thank you so much for those who participate in this video. I'll be sure to tag you. So there's a few different levels, and I do want to clarify that I don't think like level 1 is better than level 2 or whatever. There's just whatever your personal preference is, but I think it's kind of helpful to think. So, starting kind of the bottom, right? I'm not going to show examples of this. It's like clashing. There's just something about like the things that just don't rub together. Maybe the colors don't go. Maybe the patterns are too disparate. Combination of both. It's just like, it just doesn't mesh, right? That's clashing. No one really wants that. Kind of second level up is, kind of just goes together, right? So like, I don't know, maybe even this cap might goes together, right? Like, it's the idea that like, it doesn't necessarily match in any way, but it goes good together. It looks good. Okay? So that's kind of next level up. The next level up from that is what I like to call classic. This is where you intentionally match colors, but you're matching those colors almost perfectly. But typically this is paired with like a neutral tone, right? So it's like maybe you're wearing, a plain blue t-shirt, throw on a blue cap, and you're wearing just like gray pants, right? It's like you're taking a one color, maybe two colors, but you're matching those colors really well, but it's not, it's not a more complex outfit, right? A lot of guys do that, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Kind of next level up from that, and there's two here, right? They're just different. I try to do both, and I'll explain kind of the differences, and we'll go from there. So one of them is color coordination. So that's the idea that like and it's different than classic, because classic is very much like solid colors. In my mind, not more than like two, right? Color coordination is like you have multiple colors going on, but there's not only a lot of complicated patterns. You're really trying to hone in on matching those colors really well. And if there is a pattern, it's more subtle. It's really about trying to get those colors to match really well. And you got more than just these like two like solid color patterns. And like next level up from that is theme coordination. That's what I do. I also do color coordination. So like today's outfit, you'll see that I have this Lord of the Rings shirt with these horses, this kind of green and gold. Then you have this kind of green here, some horses in here, medieval, and the kind of green up here. So these greens aren't identical, but it's on theme. And so that's kind of, and then I got my watch here as well. So, I will lean away from perfect colors to try to hit that theme. So then up from that, which I like hardly ever do, is perfect. So without further ado, let's take a look at some pictures right now. Okay, here we have Roger's example of classic. You can see that color on his bottomless cap matches his shirt almost perfectly. Then with Jason here with a similar idea where it's just these classic, kind of one or two colors that really blend together to make this classic look. Color coordination is just kind of classic, but dialed up a notch. So first we have Damien here where his hat matches his flannel perfectly with more than one color present. Then you have Michael here, whose color coordination just kind of goes to the next level where we have the greens and the patterns. It's just more complex than I would consider a classic being. And Steven's this perfect example of taking that classic and dialing it to 11 because he brings in so many different items that match so well that he really goes to that color combination. And then Robbie here, he dances with perfection, where it's like, it's so close, the patterns are so close to being the exact same thing that they're almost perfect. Here is Sass with her outfit here, and I think really it does belong in color coordination because you see the different colors that just go throughout the entire fit, but, could potentially go up to perfect. Then we have Jules here where her colors are right, just perfect. You can see the pink and the turquoise for her entire outfit. Okay, let's talk about me. I really try to do color coordination and theme. I'm often dancing between the two, trying to pick And often I lean more towards theme, but I want my colors to match as well. As you can see here, some examples. Sometimes the colors are really strong and sometimes they're not as strong. Okay, looking at some examples of theme here, we got Jennifer with her cupcakes. Then we got Emma with kind of a rainbow theme. And then Eric, he built his outfit around this shirt, trying to not necessarily match theme, but he built it so much around the shirt that sometimes the color coordination wasn't as strong because he wanted to make sure he played back into that shirt. Then the epitome of theme matching is Ron Depoti. This is just one example where he will build a whole theme around a certain shirt. Often he's matching colors, but he is all about the theme, making sure that that is on point, and he includes several items to make that happen. Okay, now let's talk about perfects. Again, perfect is kind of an interesting term, but with perfect, we want to see a pattern or one specific color that really shines through and nothing takes away from that kind of perfect overall vibe. So looking at this outfit, we see that red is really strong and then the patterns kind of echo each other, which was why it kind of bumps up to a perfect, at least for me. And of course, I couldn't do this without showing a couple tuxes. Roosevelt's and some other companies do these shirts where the shorts match literally perfectly. And so I had to show those. So thanks to Aaron for submitting those. So I wouldn't necessarily say his whole outfits are perfect, but his shorts and his shirts are perfect. And so the whole outfit, depending, would either lean more towards color coordination or more towards theme coordination. I know this is a longer video, but it's super fun and helpful for me. Hopefully it's helpful for you too. Drop in the comments where you typically fall in the outfits. Are you someone who's perfect, trying to match the exact same pattern, colors throughout your entire outfit? You're somebody like Ron who likes to do a theme, or somebody who tries to coordinate colors, or maybe you're classic and just try to make sure that there's like one or two colors that match perfectly. Let me know and have a great day.